people all away because many of us are Bawumia. Bawumia can't be a president for Ghana. Bawumia, I give him the name Bawumia. Everybody should call Bawumia. If they want to lie, go and do bad things for some they send him. Then he go and do what he wants to do. So we are begging the whole nation to vote John Mahama to power. NDC, no John Mahama, no Ghana. Thank you.
Excited that I'm speaking because you know what I know and you know what we can do. Anytime the NDC is in power, men and women in uniform, I can tell you, are always excited because morale is always very high. We're going to construct housing units and refurbish dilapidated and abandoned housing units across the country. We're going to establish the Armed Forces Home Ownership Scheme for all personnel and officers. We're going to review and adjust salaries and allowances of troops and defense civilian staff to align with changing realities. We will complete and equip the Kumasi Military Hospital at Afari in the Central Command. We will initiate the construction of military hospitals in Vo, Bolgatanga, and Sekirioso. We will establish the Veterans Referral Department in the military hospital across the country. This excites me. Our men and women in uniform, when they retire, we should continue to revere them. Why will a retired officer go to the hospital and go and join a queue? We should have a special department to give them that special attention that they desire. Having served the nation sometimes 20 years, some of them 30 years, and some of them even more. We will ensure transparency in the selection process for peace support operations. We will expand and equip the field engineers corps to undertake national emergency projects, road construction, and be licensed to undertake commercial ventures of the government. For the other security agencies, in no particular order, I just pick some of the policies that I want to highlight for them to understand that the NDC is so comprehensive, thinking about what we can do to reset the security sector. We will develop a comprehensive security and safety program to support the implementation of one of the most famous, if not the famous, or the star program or policy of the NDC government come 1st January 2025, the 24-hour economic policy. We're going to recruit 25,000 officers, 25,000 men to add to the existing strength so that we have the capacity to police the policy of the 24-hour economy. We will ensure merit-based, transparent, and decentralized recruitment and promotions in all security agencies in line with the HR gap analysis. I'm sure you heard recently that they wanted to do the recruitment for 11,000 people, and the story cannot be told in this room. But when we come, we are going to decentralize the process and make sure that it is transparent, equal access to equal opportunities. Expand the implementation of community-based crime prevention programs focusing on high crime areas by enhancing police presence and patrols in neighborhoods and public spaces. I'm sure in 2014, 2015, under the regime of one Inspector General of Police called Mr. Mohammed Ahmed Al-Hassan, that was the first time Ghanaians heard of police visibility. And people were excited. You close from work and you are going home in the night, get to your junction and you find a police officer standing there. What is the problem? I'm just here to ensure that you are safe. And people are excited. We are going to make that program better. Enhance border security and cooperation with international partners to combat terrorism, terror financing, and fight against foreign terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen, we will introduce a nationwide community policing program that is instructive, and I can tell you it's a game changer, very particularly for internal security. We will invest in ICT infrastructure, training, modern equipment, mobility, and other logistics to support intelligence gathering and enhance national safety. Recently, we could hear of the Alpha project that there were cameras all around, and even there was a promise that every police station was going to have a camera installed. That is just a promise. Many of the promises, including even within the security, are never fulfilled. If you don't take security serious, I don't see why we should take it serious and allow you to lead the country. We will control the proliferation of small arms and light weapons. We will clear the backlog of promotions and ensure timely promotions based on meritocracy and transparency. For the men and women in uniform, if you do anything and it is all about their promotions, take it serious. They don't care what you do for them. It doesn't matter what you do for them. If it affects their promotion negatively, you will never be forgiven. But we are going to do that respecting meritocracy and competence. We will prioritize the welfare of serving and retired personnel of our security agencies We will harmonize and address disparities in salaries, remuneration, and other conditions of service across the security agencies. We'll review and enforce the medical package for serving and retired personnel and their families. We'll review compensation packages for personnel who lose their lives or get injured in the line of duty. We'll revamp the police public order management training school in Palu, roll out a transparent police education and scholarship scheme, and introduce state-of-the-art technology for police operations. Policing is a science, and we need to understand that security itself is becoming more complicated than we understand, and we need to study it seriously as a country. Change the name of the Ghana Prison Service to the Ghana Correctional Service, and modernize prison service to make it humane. Changing the name is not mere changing nomenclature. We are changing the philosophy of the prison service. That from 2025, when we put people, when we convict people, we are going to send them to correctional centers and not prisons. I don't want anybody in Ghana to go to a prison again. I want everybody to go to a correctional center. That when we implement Operation Recover All Loot, and you are even jailed, we will send you to go and be corrected, to go and be reformed, so that we move through society. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to create well-equipped technical and vocational department in all major prisons, and that is the purpose. It's a reform center. It's not a punishment center. At least deterrence is enough if you don't even see your family. But you don't go there and come back and become worse off. You go and steal a cow or a goat, and you go back and come back and you graduate into an armed robber. That is not the way to go. We need to let that place be a correctional center. So the change of name is the change of philosophy. We will establish the NATMO Fund as enshrined in the NATMO Act of 2016. Fully implement the 2015 Supreme Court ruling and the recommendation of the Constitutional Review Commission. We will facilitate the construction of a customs hospital for serving and retired officers of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen, as the National Communication Officer said, security people don't speak much. In conclusion, the security of our nation, listen to this, the security of our nation cannot be entrusted into the hands of a person who cannot be trusted. Warren Buffett, an American philosopher, philanthropist, and businessman, once said, in looking for people to hire, please be guided by 3 qualities. 1, integrity. 2, intelligence. And 3, energy. He said, without integrity, the other 2 will kill you. For the past almost 8 years, we have our nation in the hands of leaders without integrity. And the consequences are the mess we are witnessing across the sectors, the security sector, not an exception. If President Akufo-Addo and Vice President Dr. Bawumia were men in uniform, ladies and gentlemen, I can show you, at least by now, they would have been interdicted for bringing the name of Ghana into disrepute. Our proud men and women in uniform know the difference between the NDC and the MPP. The difference between the presidential candidates of the great NDC and the MPP is clearer now than before. It is not news that morale amongst our men and women in uniform is always high anytime the NDC is in power. Thank you all, and may God bless our homeland Ghana and make it great and strong. Change is inevitable, and change is coming. The NDC, under His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, is coming back effective the 7th of January 2025, inshallah. And all I want to tell you is that God bless all of you.
Thank you very, very much. So we've had 3 brilliant speakers, 3 brilliant presentations on education, health, and security. And their presentations summarize the key highlights of our policies as captured in the manifesto we launched last Saturday on these various sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, I would want to open the floor. I know most of the media people are seated at the back. Please wave at me if you have a question for any of the speakers. If you don't have a question to...
Papa, you want to propose to the second. So what is it? You say, between now, or maybe say, na ofa na be kon kran. Ofa play na say ofa from. We go far from obe ngo be Kumasi. Ofa Kumasi say obe suya kakra. We no be suya kakra. But then who say na Tuesday one. Tuesday between munya pra. So we on pan channel. So more about preference and security and some internet in movie sa. I am Mubisa a soldier for police for immigration for because I'm Tia Sepa. So Mubisa question the one you never perform. Umbantam and the twin and your fancy here.
Culture, vocational skill, digital literacy, civic education, design thinking, any life skills. Thinking are ready at the back home. Or also say science resource centers, or bet trim ama or mining in our region piano. The beer a wahono, or bet trim, the beer bini hoso, na yesibi akaho. So I am going to go on a beer school. As well as say, I will fall in the or maybe senior high school, or multi-field, I want to make university. Then you can win a day fee-free first year tertiary education policy ever. Now so you get there and you'll be biara and a Becca said Obeko University, and also be biara and Becca said Obeko TVET. If you are more fee, so person who swear in some way, you also about for the National Apprenticeship Program, Ebaba. Share the Beya or more person Beko school. You bet to me, Edo Mama, Master Craftsman. I'm always swear in some Juma. I buy ever fakan. Omobi Swa, I buy ever top. Acadiana was a Omunya, now one so Omode Shasiano, now Omode Ashasi. Your money dorsal, the winner may bosso, ever secondary. Yes, also back and Quaraya from early childhood and as a KG, any basic education now. John Mama say, Moyana Dom, that's a motomana. Waba, what they did, or friend, Bright Beginnings Initiative, ever. I don't know. Ebema yamkwara kete anase totofi wano do wana ebi wo fie anase bebi omo wono wo behwe no na primary school na wo ho na KG eni ho enti wo mo nya opportunity on beko KG for sure ba bebi a KG eni ho no ebema KG na ayadan ebi aba ho na ya ne sanso na se school bia e wo KG anase ye ma me no mo ebi wo domni na asifo edi dwa no ye cages e wo hona kwara no ebetimi ahyase ntem se de be ya answer omedu mfiensia a ombeko P1 no na omedika ye den esua de wo se omusua ena na se aye di komoyi no sa na te wo wiase apana nyina na we ya de a eda John na mama ene NDC akoma so nti wo ba ya de a obeden wo de be edwuma so sa so hwa ya kwara no do na so ko school enei titru nkron ketwa ene nkrase no obekọ classroom na kwara no ededa form ebititi eboso nkonye ni o metna so mbeka ya abra na Mamudu Bawumia na akufa do ebo apro Mamudu Bawumia na o shate de fita wo school eko wura class na kwara no edda form ene esu ade okoto ho ene o shebo se nyame ya o madum na so mo ba saa sem no be yefri ho enuanu na adofo ena me no kese no da bai ena Mamudu Bawumia esa akọ sa school ho de ohu ya na osu ho no ene de adore awoma empo akan de do mama so ba or the policy of friend furniture for all ebeba ama school kwara bia ebe de anya nkonya atena so one a carpenter for ene omo ye nkonya omo ye enua ho eduma ebe shapam na yetumi aye nkonya no ama enkwara na aye atena so anje bia so na esate ye 2019 ena aban eka say what the curriculum fufraba ano friend of standard based curriculum Majopoku prempe do one friend na po oye NDC MPP running mate onu na oye minister for on the side education so make ya o also say standard based curriculum ye di abano also no so ka say ye di bibia ye friend comprehensive sexuality education aba ananka no o say the shasi every kg e di akọ senior high school anka no ye betira ye kwara no say obema tumi ware bema oba tumi ware oba akwara atumi wo ma fo mienu akwara atumi wo papa fo mienu ene esori kutia ene omu yi free ho anu nyina echi no na me no kase nkrata anka wo say enkwara no enya omu school 65% pɛ ɛna aban yi etumi produce o de jɔnmama so ɔbaa sɛdeɛ NDC ɛyɛ no dada no ana ɛwɔ hɔ a akwaraa biara ɛwɔ the required number of textbooks no yɛbɛsa ɛde saa aba ama akwaraa biara etumi anya krataa ɛde esua adeɛ na schools no dodoɔ nso no ɛna ɛwɔ nnuase ayɛ frɛ no schools and the trees ansa na NDC ne jɔnmama ɛbɛfiri aban mu no na yɛyi efiri hɔ ne sa nso na mi nu kɛse ɛnya apaki na ɛka ɛnya jɔnmama na ɛka ɛna ɛnya sabi jefi na ɛka Africa Education Watch any civil society ɛwɔ education sector wɔn mu nyinaa di adanseɛ sɛ na mi nu kɛse no schools pɔri over 5,000 ɛyɛ under trees yɛnya kan deɛ yɛ dilapidated anaasɛ atete apansam aka ho ti jɔnmama so ɔbaa wɔbɛsi school adan ɛna school adan a wɔbɛsi no nso no sɛ wɔsi a wɔbɛsi beebi a teacherfoɔ bɛyɛ dɛn ɛbɛda ɛnso aka ho wei no ɛbɛboa yɛn a yɛwɔ nkurom ketewa asɛ teacherfoɔ no ba a wɔn ntumi ɛnya beebi ɛna no wɔsan sisi sɛ woyɛ teacher ni na sɛ wogye piniɛ sɛ wɔbɛkɔ akɔkyerɛ adeɛ ɛwɔ ekuraase te sɛ bi mu ekuraase dɔninga anaasɛ batwɔnsa anaasɛ kanjaga wɔkatua no wɔbɛsan so agye 20% aka ho sɛ de bɛyɛ a wokɔ ekuraase na wɔn nso no wɔbɛtumi wɔn sɛ aban ayi ne yam a wɔde boa wo sɛ wɔkɔ ekuraase no ɔno nso n'ani asɔ ɔsan se akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ no wɔne ɔmo nkuo no wɔn bɛhyɛ apam sɛ de bɛyɛ a aban ɛbɛboa na wɔn atumi anya sika through deɛ ɔfrɛ no mortgage system na teacherfoɔ no etumi anya ɔmo dan ɔsan se teacherfoɔ no dodoɔ naa na ɛyɛ a beebi a ɔmo wɔ no nkɔmɔ nya kaa nka bɛboa sɛ ɛyɛ a ɔbɛtumi akɔ school ntɛm na wɔpɔn waba ntɛm ɔsɛ ɛno nso no ɔbɛyi initiative scheme a bɛma teacherfoɔ etumi anya kaa ɔmo pɛ sɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a duty ɛne ɛho keka ho no aban ɛbɛtumi ama guarantee na teacherfoɔ no ɛne bankofoɔ etumi edi nkeka ho na wɔn etumi atɔ kaa ɛda ɔmo akoma so na gyiri sɛ nsɛm no dɔɔso ti wei na ma bɔ no tɔfa deɛ wei kyerɛ deɛ yɛbɛdi nkɔmɔ ɛdɛ ma se
Thank you very much. So, honorable
sɛ hu hia ɛna mede bɛtumi no na sɛ wie na sɛ asɛmbisa wɔ hɔ a na yɛyi ano deɛ di kan yɛaka sɛ wohwɛ adesua a ɛnɛ Ghana yɛn nyinaa yɛhu deɛ ɛkɔ so no a yɛtumi hu sɛ ɛnkɔ yie kane no ana NDC ɛwɔ aban mu no na yɛnim sɛ ɛba adesua a ɛyɛ adeɛ a na yɛbɔ ɛho mmɔdene ɛnti sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ na secondary school foɔ wɔn bɛkɔ school nna ketewa bi na wɔn abɛfie wɔn abɛda bɛyɛ bosom mmienu aduane ankwaraa no bɛdi ɛnso wɔn wɔ primary school kane no wɔn kɔ school a wɔn tumi yɛ PE sports wɔn tumi yɛ cultural activities ɛnna ɛsan sɛ aban ntua capitation grant nti no nkonya ne n'asefoɔ ebubu kura sika wɔn bɛnya na yɛde ama carpenter sɛ wɔn bɛkorɛkorɛ a no yɛ free capitation grant mu no ɛma ne sɛ ɔhwɛ a atikyefoɔ akɔ nso no wɔn nso wɔn asetena mu ɛnkɔ yie ɛne ntini tumi ho ana atikyefoɔ no na wɔn akɔ strike na nse yɛn nyinaa te sɛ wɔn a wɔkyerɛ yɛn kora wɔn wɔ colleges of education wɔn kɔ strike bɛyɛ bosom mmienu kora na wɔn wɔ fie ɛm sɛ nnuro akyi ya na yɛkorɛkorɛ eti sɛ ɛba adesua a yɛtumi sɛ akɔfo do ne bɛ wɔn yɛ aban no wɔn nyɛ adeɛ koraa akɔ fam obi bɛka no wɔn abɔ ho ɛnti yɛmfa nhyɛ aseɛ mfiri mpanimfoɔ esukuu a yɛfrɛ no tertiary dɔmama ne n'aban sɛ nyame yɛ adom na sɛ moto aba ne ma na ɛba tertiary a deɛ na ɔbɛyɛ deɛ di kan ɔsi yɛ nkwaraa na wɔn bɛkɔ tertiary ɛno ne yɛ training college technical university college of education ɛne nursing training wɔn nyinaa yɛbɛma wɔn admission sɛ wɔn nkɔ school tertiary no wɔn academic user fee aban bɛyɛ den wɔbɛgye afa ebi o sɛ wohwɛ nkwaraa na ebi a sɛ bi o wɔn adi dɛm no ɛna mene wo kɛse dodo na animade omo to ansahwe na so mo pass so mo ko tertiary say o met menye sika ana say o met menye eboa oboafo amana abo mo ko tertiary no ya no munya to go mama say boya na adom na so be president obi bia o ye Ghana ni ase bi o wedi dem o pass ya say o ko tertiary aban ebe gi ni fees from first year etuaka sa na okowie ya kwa no so no say ohwe university titru omokwa esanse edan ya wo endorse ya aban dia no hostel so na e wo ho a any campus no e ka no e ya na e ade emu oduo de go mama so ba woni private sector you know mo be ya pam say be ya be provide beds for all and no chasa e be si on campus hostels na ama hostel wono ayeden na abafo de bia me ni mudi nkoma metaka chesa o hwe get fund aban e de get fund e si awo o sanso e de get fund aye de bia e fra no captain di domama so ba captain na e de ato get fund so na e sanso e de get fund e si awo no obeye fi ho eso so ne den say ye de cap get fund na collateralization e yifri ho a sikapudu a wase backup fund hono ebeba na sa sika no ye be den ye be education area finance anu na be si school adan anu na be tun konyama enkwara no anu na be scholarship say de be ya enkwara no do wona e be nya hu emphasis na say enche bia na ti say scholarship secretariat obeka na say party chairman Freddie Blade ne ba oje scholarship okoye law ewo abrochire so me kura se kwara mo mo ni ma de no esa so obi ani mo munti no wo munya scholarship ye hwe ye na amanfo omo ma me no omo papa no mo ewo abemu omo no no munya scholarship e de jo ma se oba o de emra ebeba parliament ama ye jetu shire be ya obi piara obeka se o pe scholarship be ma scholarship no na obi a oye akwara oni ma de a ne ma me anase ne papa enye obi a owo sika anase oye abamu eduma enti wa kase oba is going to initiate a legislation that is going to manage and disburse scholarships to those who need the scholarships. Younger secondary education. Young in say, and I can say, you will be a friend double track. And only then, some can be go school. Now, if you feel, can you know your fellow red, gold, and green? Do you want to get this and coin and walk? To your mama so bad, some double track obey you for home. Now, you are sap on the dada. Say the tiano, and Corani in a co school, woman in our school prep. So, move fear, no one in our day. I be fear prep. So, when me any say mayor or say or the Sikapudo, ever share infrastructure. Share mayor e blocks now or shares here. Our 76, 46. Your tea, no, and I say, dear, no, a man, Cora, a started a sooner, dear. I could find the Bawumia buyer, or my jet boys in room. A big cry, a young Obina, or the air portrait, a big warehouse, no, or so a bar, or baby, no was sensi for fraka home. Now, schools and I do on no was a trim, say the bear and Koran would be a many baby, Ada, say the bear, double track, the baby if you hope. So, here's what now Uncle schools, our hope, I have friend on private schools. Free senior school policy, a buy, a bay, I am arguing. Say I'm from schools, no. And Korana, one more benefited from free senior school, no. Omo ebi. Your mama saw bar or be extended the free senior school to cover students in the private secondary schools. Or successes or bar, TVET, any STEM.
I am Chia let me get this to keep her name. When you are penny country, allow you crashing. Think coming when it's a committee lawyer and them. But remember me who day. No matter what and tell me, say, ye manifesto, yes, a man, ye di atuja, efa, impomodin hono. eno na meso me bebo ne to fakakra de amamu na meka se ye ma mpanyin eye obi a owo abadaye odwin nipa ho odwin ye mpomuden ho no nim se 24-hour economy na ode ba no say the Ghana economy na ase kra no ya nye nkofo a omwo mpomuden a yentimi nye edwuma entity e ho emfi ekai mu enti ye hia nkofo a omwo ahode mpomuden a obetuma ko edwuma nye se de bia nipa I was okoye edwuma no oyare ene o excuse it to ntimi ama nse be ya ahode be ba no ehihye ya ode ato edwa no ebi enie. First one ye friend no the National Health Insurance Scheme insurance yai asemba ko ho ne se boni kese bia akufado eni Bawumia edi oman ha health insurance oto petrol oto aduane o oto bibia yeti bibia ye friend National Health Insurance Levy sa sikana ya ti no anke we say the common health insurance for say the bia o yare a na ko ho a yetimi edi ahwew na emu ni abani say aban edi saska ni nyina na odi bibi friend say cap atoso ene say oso odi nsa asom enye ni nyina no do ma health insurance for no enti first no mo say o ma cap to 25% echi kro mo de ba 17.5% na je say the saska ni nyina bomu a ni nyina akoda aban sika futuro mu obetimi de nsa bom e de ato play ya nanti ewiem instead of say de be ko akwa baby a ebehwe empomudi ti mama se oba sika bia ye begigi say ye di boa health insurance no o mani nyina ko health insurance for ho na atimi aboa ye na nsunsu so ni de bebre kwa adikronti health insurance no enye adwuma papa no eni se obi ko to eduro hospital ru akoto eduro 10 cedi insurance omo ni skanti ometua hospital nipa no omo de ma wo 10 cedi a ometua nipa no 7 cedi into kwa on person obebo ka 3 cedi ninti no beka cho se sai eduro no onibi into koto wa abonti but the just as kei ema health insurance for na obetimi e dia ye adwuma bebre mu beti mbenya ninti ya dialysis nsemu ba ye yete se health insurance for na nkasa ka se akomosika ni nyina ba won ho a kometimi aso dialysis ka ne mu na esa se omosika ni nyina ma ho no eyedi ene ma omoto na teku ye nim kakra eka se dey omo man free dialysis na mum omo de ma age bia omo nim se sa category no nipa omo dialysis problem no omo sakra o kan kra bia 5 kra omo ndu mama se onye sa ade no osansi odi bibe ba ye fe no Ghana Medical Trust Fund Ghana Medical Care Trust Fund Mahama Cares eye fund bi a obeyi sika e de ato ho na ye fa mboa yare a eho hia ye power man mo edi nkofonya et say dialysis system ya ye kan kidney diseases hypertension diabetes cancer kokram se mo ni kokram nti osi obetu sika kese bi ato ho na etimi de aboa saa yare ya mabobodin because we hu se si anu enye malaria ne sa nyema no ene eku agana fo eye yare we nu esichire yare modiabroso a efe ni BP eno no mu na edi nkofo ehunya e wo Ghana ha enti oso oba odisika ebeto ho for eno ye osanso the free primary health care obi wo ha osori a mitine panic keke oko the chiefs compound ko de para odi health insurance e asem mahama say oba from Chiefs Compound all the way to Polyclinic, Chiefs Compound, Health Center, Polyclinic, or the free primary healthcare concept nearby, or by Yen Shisha say, who cost hospital say, I go dinya. Who will health insurance, only health insurance, Yabesho. Free, on this Kabia, inti Adia, a walk a honono. Yaba, Yempomudin, also a wa. Mr. Mo and chair muti say Kumasi G. Yes, hospital na kasa so yare. Emma otunfo atuni ho asi o say or diska no dia san hospital na yare. Nti baby a wo kosa ho yare ne ho na kasa e yare. Nti mahama say opese oba oboa empomudin aso aye ho na enya hodin na entimi enhwe. emwa ben na odeba osi ohwe Ghana emofra eyekophobia okokobodi hu nsem no ye nheda emfa serious into obesi a center of excellence emofra hospital kese empa ewo hospital no mu de 500 na sebeya ebeye hospital kese emofra ya wie bia eni ahwa doctor fo nyina ebewo ho ye ni bibia sa wo Ghana ha enya le ntiye ye ka we ye te se ya no mo se omosuro mu si bibi sa wo weja enye pe no mo yo weja no 120 beds theater 3 pe ne wo theater 3 no se uye nkola operation owo mo ni a untimi sa theater na entra akola 9 akola wo henia untimi fa no ko sa theater na ukọ ohwe Ghana bibimamu ha ne Ghana bibimamu ha South Africa pe eni wo hospital se ni e yo mahama pe so oye mai ye the doctor for South Africa mo ko ye training e was hospital ho ye fe no Red Cross War Memorial Hospital e wo Cape Town mahama pe so odi bibisa e ba na Nigeria for Togo for hwan mo nyina so abesuan de wo ha ba ye mo fa ne de labia wo yare bia wo Ghana ha fa no bebia e betimi di na ba ho ama ye timi ahwe ne kama ena kolebu konfanochi osi obe pejasa asoye na omotimi afa omotuma pa afra se be ya okoye adwuma wo ha wudu ho kra na se de hoye famity wo na obe adwuma no product ana wani achi nso na wo yare wudu ha no akoma atoyem ye see UGMC wieye me first day me do ho me ka say ejime adwuma ho na ya adwuma kakra me adwuma because hoye fe ura ha kra wo akoma atoyem nanso be ko be bi so ko ye adwuma obe ko theater say na light ne so ya anso oxygen ema ECG inti na ye basa inti sa neman kolebu konfanochi na adi na obe maso o say o the specialist trauma hospital asebi enkofonya ka akwanhia ebetimi do ma do 10 ne ahwom say ne wo wi ne ba ne bi o de bi eba oti region oko medical schools yen in the start University of Health and Allied Sciences or see or betremu near the medical school compound ne baako akọ keta near the baako so akọ bato na etimi aboa na minua no amowo ahafo bono na bono east there asempa papa ye man penyin dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ye nyame pa January onu no be Ghana man penyin biom no ene ba ne se mua ultimi to okoko nyina na odo ba akọ school wo China oba be trace am Mr. Mbasi obi make medical school akọsua doctor eduma oba trace am 3 years on me Mbasi because e hono no ade kire no nipa na obe kire na nkasa onte brofo o kire no China nipa ne so o sua ade no so onte China ni yie nto oba na ayedi Mahama say ni obe ye ne say medical schools or the kesia baako eba za amantemu ho bebi amabobo din asunyane hospital ye be the teaching hospital say konfanochi ana kolebu ni etimi a chire school for doctor for nurse for nyina ade ewo honom say de be ya wa opese o medical school obi wo watwitwa exams kama 8A 7As so no buy interview na ya mfa no because space anymore intinu ne yebeye ewo ehono no Greater Accra Regional Hospital also eno so obepejamu na modern dialysis center ewo Upper East Bogatanga emantemu ho because uko wasi a dialysis center omo no ebia 4 pe no betimi uko Upper East mpo dia na senior no mo start but enye modern center machine baako ene ye ejuma it also oba opese obi ekese a betimi ahwesa amantemu ni ho nyina say the kidney problem umfi boga emma in crime ana kumase abepebe dabre ada ansa na wako hospital na nipa ohwe ono so anya baby ada baby ni nyina ka kese boku yendi any sa mantem no ho nyina so oso obehwe say the ehia no the hospital papa esu ho a ebetimi aboa ama hono impomudino edimu nti emi say nyema aka ne de maternity ewa ha na enofa hospital nkɔfo a wɔyɛ adwuma hɔ ba wɔn deɛ obi ate borɔfo ntumi nkan no ɛwɔ borɔfo mu na asɛmbisa bi wɔ hɔ a yɛayiyi mu but ne tia wa nyinaa ne sɛ yɛsi kwatuka sɛ ɔbɛma wɔn ade a yɛne dɛn tie ne din nipa a ɔsi ɔyɛ wei ama yɛ no wayɛ bi pɛ wayɛ nea ɛboro so the only quaternary hospital a ɛwɔ Ghana ha University of Ghana Medical Center ɔno na ɔyɛ Dodowa Hospital ɔno na de baayɛ woba International Maritime Hospital wayɛ bi wokɔ Chief Centers wokɔ ekura bi ase wobɛhu sɛ wɔasisi bi ɔka sɛ ɔtwa ne adwumayɛfoɔ akatua so no wanka ne kɛkɛ a yɛhu baabi a sika no kɔhyɛeɛ oyi sika no ɛma ɔde si Chiefs compound ɛwɔ man mu nyinaa a yɛ nyinaa yɛhu ɛne yɛni saa nipa yi ɛna ɔhyɛ wo bɔ ɛyɛ bɔ a wobɛtumi de w'ani ato so bɛda ase.
Doc.
Yes, I was. Thank you. 057. It is very good.
Okay, we'll talk.
Wow, that's right.
That's why I used to pick tennis balls for Mrs. Monk. You know, he used to live at the cottage there by the tennis court.
Whatever it takes.